if you are a profitable trader, but you have trouble in scaling your profits, this tree right there will help you. So stay tuned. And before I jump into explaining how this tree works, I need to explain the two main metrics that I keep tracking even after many, many years of trading. And I think people who are not tracking and journaling their trades are doing a mistake. So my two main metrics, the first one is a win percentage. How many trades are winning trade out of the total trade you take? I think a right number is 66%. That is basically your accuracy. Out of 3 trades, 2 are winning trades. That's fine. But if you are not good at managing your risk, you might lose all the profit you made on the 2 first trades with the third trade. So another metric that is really important to track is the average win divided by the average loss. So the average profit you make on your winning trades divided by the average loss you make on your losing trade. All right, fair enough? And then there is this graph that is underutilized by traders, I think. Y equal 1 on X minus 1. And this is basically telling you where you should improve. So if you are in the green, you are a profitable trader. If you are in the red, you are a losing trader. On the X axis, you have the win percentage from 0 to 1 or 0 to 100%. And on the Y axis, you have your average win divided by your average loss. In that particular example, it goes from 0 to 2. Here in my simulation, in my tree, in this spreadsheet, I'm considering that you have an average win on average loss of 1, meaning that when you win the same as when you lose. Oftentimes, beginner traders, they have an average win divided by average loss inferior to 1, which is not good. They have to work on their risk management. And if you are a good trader, you can have this number up to 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we take 1. But the important thing is the win percentage as well. Here, 2 out of 3 trades are profitable trade. That's where the black dot is. All right, so now that we have set up our assumption, let's have a look to this tree. So it's coming back to some statistics and probabilities. This tree is basically representing 3 consecutive trades. So you have the first trade right there. Let me take a blue pen. So this is the first trade, and based on the outcome of the first trade, you take a second trade. So if it's a winning trade, it goes there. If it's a losing trade, it goes there. And so on. Trade number 3 on this line. And this tree shows 3 levels of trades, 3 trades. You can obviously continue indefinitely. So based on a win percentage of 66% and a risk-reward ratio of 1, if you win 3 consecutive trades, well, you are profitable, obviously. 66% times 66% times 66%, you have basically close to 30% chances of having 3 trades profitable. Okay. Now, and this is a trick to scale your trading. Let's say you start with a risk per trade of $500. The trick is to increase your risk every time you win a trade and decrease the risk every time you lose a trade. By how much? 30%. That's the magic number. So if you increase your risk after having won the first trade, the risk becomes $650. And if the trade number 2 is a winning trade, then the risk goes to $845. If your 3 trades are profitable, it's $2,000 in profit. Okay, so you start with $500 in risk, you end up with $2,000 in profit. So you do the same math for all the possibilities, like you win the first, you lose the second, and you win the third one. In that case, this branch right there, you end up with a profit of $350. Okay? So now, in summary, you have 74% a chance of winning, and you have only 26% of losing. Your expected value is $745 for the winning and negative $181 for the losing trade. By doing so, you are ensuring yourself that you are scaling without going on tilt or going crazy. Because the martingale strategy, for instance, every single time you double your risk, it doesn't work. It's proven. But then I run a lot of simulation. What if you increase the risk 10%? What if you increase the risk 60%? And actually, the expected value is the probability and the expected value are the best with the 30% number. So in summary, you start with your initial risk. You place your stop loss so that if the trade goes against you, you lose $500. If you lose, you reduce the risk 30%, and now your risk is $385. So remember, your win percentage is 66%. It means that 2 out of 3 trades are, in average, winning trade. But sometimes it might happen, you will have 3 trades in a row that are losing trade. In that case, the max loss is $1,180. So now if you compare, you have maximum possible loss after 3 trades of $1,180. And if you win 3 trades in a row, you win close to $2,000. So you see, we have created with this probabilistic tree an expected value that is way better on the winning side. You have 74% chance of ending up with a positive outcome, and only 26% with a negative outcome. But when the negative outcome happens, in average, is less than the positive outcome. So guys, I hope it's clear. If you need this tree, I can make a copy of this spreadsheet. It's a Google Sheet. I really do believe that if you follow this methodology, you can scale basically indefinitely your trading. If you had some value out of this video, please give a thumb up, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.